Hey, what's up, guys? We're back. We've got some NBA picks for you now. We're going to be talking about the game two on Sunday, June 9th, between the Celtics and the Mavericks. We've got 4 picks for you. We're just really feeling it, and we thought we'd get the video out early for you, give you some extra picks in case some of these change before game time tomorrow on Sunday. Before we get into our picks, if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks or Underdog yet, for Prize Picks, use the promo code at the bottom of the screen. They're going to match your first deposit up to $100. And for Underdog, just use promo code BACKDOOR, and they're going to hook you up with a deposit match up to $250 and an instant pick'em special. So you get a discounted play to help you cash your first slip with Underdog. And I know I keep saying it, but all the changes Underdog's been making have just been awesome. They're really, I think they're really listening to what people are wanting, and they're making themselves a very competitive platform. So we're very stoked to be partnered with them. Cool. So these are the plays we're going to be going with. I'm getting the same lines on Prize Picks and Underdog for my 2 plays. I'm going to be going with Jrue Holiday over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and PJ Washington over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, same deal with me. Getting the same lines, same plays on both platforms. I'm getting Josh Green for over 0.5 3-pointers made, and Jaylen Brown for over 22.5 points.
All right. Well, so I'll quickly talk about the recap because my boy Lively, he had a rough go of it. And I had that play in so many. I used the full Tatum discount, the 0.5 points. I put all 25 of it with Derek Lively fantasy score. So that's how confident I was. Unfortunately, he did not get it done. He struggled. 2 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, but he got in foul trouble. He was just getting beat up out there, man. It was kind of like we were reminded, like, as great as he's been playing all year, he still is a rookie, and hopefully he can get the jitters out, get back on track. Some of the fouls, some of the calls were, I thought there was there was that one traveling call with the turnover that he had that I thought he was getting fouled way before the traveling started, but I won't get into all that. It was just a rough go of it for him. Unfortunately, he didn't cash for us. How did your play end up doing?
Yeah, so I took Jaylen Brown for over 32.5 PRA in the last matchup. He just barely missed this. He went for just 30, but it was, I think, in part the blowout. They didn't have to really be competitive in the fourth quarter at all. And for like the last 6 minutes, it turned into just Jason Tatum just kind of doing his thing. So, yeah, that was unfortunate for sure.
Yeah, man. And that's exactly why we mentioned we were only taking 2 plays in game 1, because for one, I mean, like, Kristaps Porzingis looked great. I wasn't expecting him to be that ready. Shout out to Skywalker. I know in his video, he was talking about how a lot of people were taking my opinion of, like, Porzingis might be eased back in, but he was mentioning in his video, like, he's had a lot of time to rest. He thinks he's going to come out swinging, and he did. So good call there, bro. Anyways, we feel better about going into game 2. So we have 4 plays for you. Let's get into these plays. By the way, if you guys do get this video to 200 likes, which should be easier, we give you a lot more time. We'll still keep the line at 200, but yeah, take advantage of that. We'll pick a random comment on the video if we get to 200, and we will give someone 30 days free in our premium Discord. If you guys haven't signed up for DG Fantasy yet, Daily Grind, that's where it's at. Their DFS optimizer just keeps getting better. The AI slip generator just keeps getting better. I've never been more confident than I am now in this tool. We use it every single day. So if you guys want 25% off, just use code BACKDOOR. You can get that applied to as long as you make your first subscription. So you can get a full year of 25% off if you want it. But it absolutely pays for itself. So just go to dgfantasy.com. Use code BACKDOOR, get 25% off. All right, let's talk about Jrue. Let's get started there. Let's look. The over/under is 214.5. Boston favored by 7. Been a very exciting finals. This is really the 2 best teams made it to the top, and I'm very excited to see how this plays out. And I'm happy for either team that goes and gets the chip this year. So this is just, I love this play. Jrue Holiday, like the matchup Let's see specifically, I mean, overall, super juicy, 25th in rebounds allowed, 22nd in assists allowed. When we talk specifically point guard, it's middle of the road, 13th in rebounds allowed, 14th in assists allowed. But this dude has just been dominant in this category. 7 out of his last 10 games, he's cleared this line. And the addition of Porzingis back is just huge for his assist game. So I'm feeling really good about this play. There's not a whole lot to go over here. Averaging over his last 10 games, 38.9 minutes per game, 7.9 potential assists, 10.6 rebound chances per game. There's not too much I need to break down here. I don't think we have anything to discuss now. No injuries to discuss. I'm absolutely taking the over here. Feeling great about it. Go with your gut with all these plays. You don't have to take what we're getting into. We're just going to show you why we like our plays. If we look at the optimizer for this play, they have it favored to go over at a 51.94% odds to hit the over. So just right under 52%, minus 126. I'm surprised this isn't more juiced, to be honest. He's been crushing this line. We've got some, like Caesars has this all the way up at a minus 131. We've got a minus 135 on here. Some of like DraftKings is kind of middle of the road. They're like minus 118. But I'm very confident in this play. I'm going to be rolling it in a lot of slips. So let's move on. Let's talk about PJ Washington. Since we're getting these lines the same on Prize Picks and Underdog, I don't have to like break it down too much. So I started with the rebounds for PJ. It's very consistent. His rebound game is just solid. It's only at 6 if you want to take that on Prize Picks. But then I was like, you know what? Let me see what he's been doing with his points. And then I was like, actually, I like his points and rebounds. And then I noticed that his points, rebounds, and assists, like it was only a 1-point bump, and he's been clearing this. So long story short, I'm going the full PRA at 19.5 because just that 1-point bump. I know, up front when we're looking at the last 5, he's only cleared it 3 out of his last 5. Still great. Zoom out a little bit. Look at that. 7 out of his last 10. And then when we go head to head, look at that. I mean, like we're getting such value right now. I'm so happy we're putting this video out early. 6 of his last 7 matchups against the Celtics, he's cleared this line by a pretty decent amount. So another play I'm feeling very confident in. Let's talk briefly about the matchup. Second in points allowed, 17th in rebounds allowed, 3rd in assists allowed. But with this consistency we've seen from him, I'm just not concerned about the matchup. So let's take a look at his last 10 games. So 12.2 rebound chances per game, 2.9 potential assists, makes me feel even better about just that 1-point bump. Averaging 38 minutes a game over the last 10. He's just been a perfect fit for Dallas. Shooting 40% from the field on 12.1 attempts. Just 31% from 3, but he hits it when they need him to. 7 attempts a game, 2.2 made per game. And then I'm just going to briefly look at the head-to-head. So when he is playing head-to-head, 33 minutes a game, 8.4 rebound chances, still 2.9 potential assists. The dude gets a lot of rebound chances against the Celtics. Just 1.6 fouls on average against the Celtics, so he's not getting in foul trouble. Shooting even better, shooting 43% from the field. From beyond the arc when he's playing the Celtics. So his shooting percentage from beyond the arc definitely goes up in this matchup. In particular, shooting 50% from the field on 11.4 attempts, 5.7 made per game. I love both of these plays. I love all 4 of these plays. Take a look at the DFS optimizer real quick. So they have his PRA favored to go over. It's like a 50-50 shot, 50.36% odds to hit the over, minus 118. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this gets bumped before game time up to like 20.5. But we'll see how it goes. We do have some people have this at a 50-50 shot like BetMGM, but we have some minus 130s. So go with your gut. But they do have his rebounds juiced a little bit more if you wanted just the rebounds at 6. His points are juiced to go over at 12. So any of those that you like, but I'm taking the full PRA at 19.5. And if you guys are interested in checking out this app Outlier, you can see how crucial it is to our research. It helps us vet our plays. You can get in and see whether or not you really want to take that play that the optimizer is telling you to take. And if you guys want to try this out, we've partnered with them. So 7-day free trial, there's a link in the description. Just go through that link and you'll get 7 days to utilize this app and see if you want to, stick around with it. So, all right, that covers my plays. I'll pass it over to you, Jordy.
Sweet. Yeah, man. So before I get into my plays here, I just want to quickly tell you guys about Chalkboard. Chalkboard is another daily fantasy app, just like Prize Picks or Underdog. You know, you can do so many different things with Chalkboard. You can make your own plays basically. So you can take like Jaylen Brown's points at 22.5, and you can go bump this up to like 23, 24, or maybe even 25, and get a higher multiplier the higher you go. Or I could bump him down to like 21 or 20.5 and get a lower multiplier on it if I think he's only going to go for like 21 points. And yeah, it's really fun. You can bet on things like the first shot, the first made shot of the game. Is pretty crazy. So a lot of fun lines to play over there on Chalkboard. So definitely go check them out if you guys want to diversify the platforms you're playing on. If you do, go use code backdoor at checkout or use the link in the description below, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. And they run like the most specials out of any of these other platforms. Like there's always like 2 or 3 specials up like almost every single day where you can get like, you know, one line that's just boosted up really high, and you can get like a really high multiplier on it for like the base play. So definitely go check them out. It's a lot of fun. Cool. So I got Josh Green for over 0.5 threes here. This one just makes a lot of sense to me because he gets enough time. He plays about 18 to 20 minutes a game, and the dude loves to shoot the 3 ball. So if you look at his 3-pointer here, he's hit this in 4 out of his last 5 games, 9 out of his last 10, 14 out of his last 20, and honestly like 14 of these games almost in a row. And he's hit it in 3 out of 4 of the head-to-heads against Boston. So he's able to get out on the side 3 and bang one of these out, then we're good to go. But he's getting at least 1 attempt per game, and he's usually cashing that. But some of these games he's shooting 2 and 3 threes a game. So it just depends on like how active he's able to get shooting the ball. But I think even if he gets up 1 shot, I think it's probably going to fall. He's just pretty good at shooting the 3 ball, and that's what he's out there to do when he's on the floor. And he just kind of runs the floor for them too. So he's a good value player for this line. I think it'll be no problem for him to hit. On Daily Grind, this is a 52.24% chance to hit and a minus 130. Basically, it's a minus 129, 130 across the board. So I feel good about Josh Green for sure. So I'm going to be taking that line. And then my next play here is Jaylen Brown. I know he did just burn us, but that was his full PRA. And honestly, looking back at it, I'm like, Dallas does rebound the ball very well. You know, it's still a great matchup for Jaylen Brown, rebounds and assists wise, but I think the full points, he's just been on fire scoring the ball. He did just miss this line in the last game too. He had 22 points in that game. You know, the low scoring was like basically what ruins his PRA, because I realized like when he is cashing his PRA, he's going for, you know, almost 30 points when he does cash it. So he's dang near cashing it in just points alone. So I like just the points here. He's gone over the points 11 out of his last 20 games, 7 out of his last 10, and 4 out of his last 5. In the head-to-heads, he's hit this 3 out of 5 times, just barely missing it in the 2 where he did. So yeah, I feel good about his points in this matchup, and his points are a 52.89% chance to hit and a minus 132. So I feel really good about Jaylen Brown's points. So let's get it back with the points on this one. So that's the 2 I've got for you guys, and that's on both platforms. So
great. Yeah, and again, the blowout a little bit probably affected Jaylen,
yeah,
and towards the end there, you know, Tatum was just he was not really sharing the rock at the end, last few minutes. But very stoked for this game. If you guys want to come check us out in our Discord, we have a blast in here. There's a link in the description. Just go through the Patreon. That Patreon is just set up to handle our subscriptions at the moment. We'll be adding more content to that as we get into football and whatnot. We'll see what else we want to do with Patreon, but for now, it's just to manage our subscriptions. So when you sign up through Patreon, go through that link, and then make sure you go into the Patreon settings, and then there's just a little spot you connect your Discord. It's really simple to do in the Patreon settings, and then once you do that, it'll unlock our channel for you, and you'll get access to the full premium Discord. If you do that, make sure you hop in community chat. Let us know you're new. We have 2 extra analysts in here, Moose and Console. If you guys aren't following Moose, definitely go follow him on X. He's putting out free plays every day. He puts out these 2-man slips. He's been killing it. Been so stoked to just watch him grow since we first brought him on, and Console as well. But those 2 guys are awesome. They're in our Discord. They're putting in plays all the time. So yeah, come join us. And hopefully we'll get this video to 200 likes so we can just give away one of our subscriptions to a random comment. But We are also partnered with Sleeper. We're going to be expanding on that more, but if you guys do want to check out Sleeper, unfortunately, this used to be a deposit match up to 500. Now it's just 100, so ignore the 500 there. But if you use code BACKDOORFS here, they will still match your first deposit up to $100. Just make sure you throw that FS on the end of the promo code there for Sleeper in particular. But yeah, we're going to be expanding and covering their content. We're working out ways to do a Chalkboard Sleeper video. We're hoping to get that going soon. But yeah, guys, have a great weekend. We really appreciate you tuning in. Good luck with all your slips, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.